Celebrity TV Radio. We dare to lead. Celebrity TV Radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elevated TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthew. As you're going to love to come in Elevated One Sports. Let's have some fun this wonderful morning for the next 1 hour. It's sports and everything else that you can bring on board. I'm here to respond to your questions, your teasing, and everything. But let's have fun while we're doing it, and let's respect other people as well. As you know, the show has changed, and we've got to go the format that you guys asked for. So first is the news segment, and the headlines today kind of like sweet because Timothy Dayimbo did a good job by bringing it home. Not like England is coming home, but Timothy brought it home. Chan 2023 qualifiers, NFF drops ticket price for Super Eagles game against Ghana on Saturday. Super Falcon arrive Kansas City for clash with USA. Every time I hear the name Kansas City, the first thing that comes to my mind is Nicolas Cage's movie, Con Air. I'm having the only gun on board. I'm your new captain. I'm having the only gun on board. Welcome to Con Air. 2 went up, 1 came down. Remember that movie? Yeah. CAF Women's Champions League, Barcelona United 1 win away from qualification. Thank you so much, Timothy Dayimbo. If you are a winger, you're probably the guy who is supplying all the passes to Haaland right now. NFF's election, we need to transform our football from top to bottom. Ayodeji Adigbenro, yes, my friend is vying for board membership, but this top to bottom can make you lose election to Ayo. Anything that have top to bottom on it right now is not it's not a good. Let's say from bottom to the top. I beg. The last person that said top to bottom, see the price of fuel, price of dollar, see hardship in Nigeria. Value Jet Pre-Season Cup, Smart City Vendezas, FC Kwara United, and Remo Stars in for semi-finals battles. Okay, Everton in talks with Samuel. Everton in talks to sign Samuel Chukwueze from Villarreal, right? Redbird Capital completes deal to buy Serie A club in 1.2 billion euro deal. Man, that's some good money. If I get that money right now, this company is already on the same level with Sky Sports. Bet me. La Liga, Lewandowski, Vinicius Jr., Iago Aspas listed amongst nominees for La Liga Player of the Month. Who would you vote for anyway? Well, let's get that to the news itself. The news proper is what you want to hear, not just the headlines. So let's start with the news. Starting off straight, the second leg game for the Super Eagles Team B, or we call them the Chan Eagles against Ghana, is scheduled to be played on Saturday, September 1st at the this is September 1st, today is September 1st now. September 3rd, I think. That's a mistake. At the Moshood Abiola Stadium, as the team seeks to overturn a 2-0 deficit from the first leg. I don't think we'll overturn it anyway, but if we do, to be a pleasant surprise. Nigerian Football Federation has dropped ticket prices for fans interested in showing support for the Super Eagles on Saturday. In a tweet on the NFF official page this morning, the NFF posted that the VIP seat is for 5,000 naira and the regular ticket are for 1,000 naira. The VIP seat ticket will be on sale from Friday 9 a.m. at the NFF head office, while the regular ticket will be on sale at the stadium on match day. Okay, I'm wondering. Super Eagles, the main Super Eagles play games, you throw the ticket wide open for the gates open for free. Really convinced in your heart of heart that people want to go watch the Chan Eagles and pay that money? Well, let me see. Let them prove me wrong. Nine-time African champion Super Falcons of Nigeria are in the United States of America on a two-match tour with the United States women national team, with a list of the two matches taking place at the Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City on Saturday, 3rd of September. Both teams who have qualified for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup finals in Australia and New Zealand will have a go at each other one more time, okay, at the Aldo Field in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday, the 6th of September. So you play one game in Kansas and then you fly. America is a very big country anyway. You fly all the way, a couple of hours on air, and go to Washington, D.C. to battle again. Coach Randy Valderram has picked 4 members of the Nigerian under-20s girls that reached the quarterfinals of the just concluded FIFA under-20s Women's World Cup in Costa Rica, namely defender Oluwatosi Demeyi and Rofiat Imoran, as well as midfielders Esther Oyenezide and Deborah Abiodun. Esther Oyenezide was at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Sunday, for the FC Robo versus Dana's FC ladies. She came in the second half wearing jersey number 10. At the World Under 20 Women's World Cup, she was wearing jersey number 8. In case you don't remember, she's that fair little girl that was scoring a lot of goals, busting with pace. Okay, home-based professionals Christy Oheriaku and Akudo Ogbonna, as well as Gift Monday, are also in the delegation. So the full list of the players invited for the friendlies with USA is goalkeeper Chiamaka Unadozie. She plays for Paris FC in France. Christy Oharaku is the player for Edo Queens. Remember that lady that is always, dancing on the goal line. And you have defenders like Nicole Payne, West Virginia University, USA, Gloria Ogbonna, ALG Sport in Turkey, and you have Osinachi Ohale Deportivo Alvarez in Spain. In Spain. Michelle Alozie, she's doing well with the Houston Dash, and it's good to have her on the squad as well. She's in the USA. Akudo Ogbonna plays for Edo Queens. Oluwatosi Demeyi plays for Rivers Angels. Midfielders are Jennifer Ehegini, Florida State University, USA. Christy Uchebe, SL Benfica in Portugal. Tony Payne plays for Sevilla FC in Spain, while her sister plays in the US. She's still in the school team in West Virginia. Amanda Mbadi Uju plays for Atasha Baladiyaspor in Turkey. And you have Deborah Abiodun, who also plays for Rivers United. The forwards are my very own girl, former FC Robo striker Rashida Ajibade, who currently plays at Trade and doing excellently well with Atletico Madrid Femini in Spain. Rofiat Imura, Rivers Angels. Uche Nakano plays for Tigers Femenil in Mexico. Vivian Ikechukwu plays for WFC Jintra Lithuania. Ifoma Onumonu plays for the New Jersey Gotham FC in the USA. Gift Monday plays for Bayelsa Queen. Esther Oyene Zide plays for FC Robo. That's the squad that is getting set to play against the US women national team. And still in women football, the Nigerian Women's Football League champions Bayelsa United are nearing the goal of qualifying for the CAF Women's Champions League. Okay, why did I say that? The draws for each zone were made last month, and the slot for Wafu B, which Nigeria belongs to, is going to be keenly contested for on Sunday when Bayelsa Queens face rival Apram Dakoa Ladies of Ghana. Let's hope we're able to ride this one over them. Football in Ghana is rising a bit, but we've also, as much as Ghana have deprived us from going to the Men's World Cup in Qatar, and they're about to stop us from going to Chan, we've also deprived them in a whole lot of ways. We stopped them from going to the Women's Nations Cup, as well as going to the World Cup for women. Now, this is their chance, to stop our girls in the club competition. Let's see if they are up to it, or Bayelsa United, or Bayelsa Queens, as they are called, will be able to do that. Bayelsa Queens on Wednesday annihilated Espoir of Benin Republic 6 goals to nothing to reach the final. A win for them over Amprem Dakoa on Sunday will take them to the competition proper, which is scheduled to start in October. October is just next month, or the new month anyway. NFF election, let's talk about that a little bit. Young administrator and strategist Ayodeji Adegbero, my very good friend, has talked about the ambition of being elected an NFF executive member at the NFF polls. Ayodeji, who picked up his nomination form on Tuesday to vie for the Southwest seat on the NFF board, has expressed readiness to bring about development in the governing of Nigerian football. Quoting from a post made by Sunshine Stars media officer Chris Okunuwa Ayodeji said, you will agree with me that Nigerian football has been at its lowest ebb in the last few years, and we need to turn things around. We need an infusion of fresh ideas. We need to transform our football from top to bottom. And why we build from the bottom to the top, that's a better one. So this is why I am running to be on the board of the Nigerian Football Federation. I believe I can bring all of these if I get elected. So let's hope and wish him best of luck, and hope that changes will happen from bottom to top. Please, let's stop saying top to bottom, because that gives us a deja vu feeling. Well, in the competition that is going on at Ikene, the Value Jet preseason tournament, which has been on since the 24th of August, is now reaching its close as the group stage games concluded yesterday. Remo Stars, whose stadium in Ikene is hosting the competition, qualified from Group A with 9 points from 4 games, alongside Vendresa FC, who had 7 points, edging Ijebu United. Remember the FA Cup, those who talk, Ijebu United was involved, who also had 7 points to finish second on goal difference. MPFL first runner-up, Plateau United finished fourth with 4 points, and Shooting Stars, who survived relegation on the final day of last season, MPFL season, were last with just 1 point, having appointed Bega Ogubote as their new manager. Is there anywhere 3SC go that they are not at the bottom of the table? Wow. In Group B, Smart City Kwara United progressed with same point as they had 6 points each from 4 games. Gateway United were third with 5 points, and Otasolo FC, who lost to Danas FC on Sunday in the Lagos State FA Cup, came fourth with 4 points, while MPFA champions Rivers United came last with 3 points. How did Rivers United go from here to here in just a few weeks? Okay, the semi-final games are set to hold on September the 1st, which is today, as Smart City FC would face Vendresa FC in the first semi-final game. Remember, last year's FA Cup finals was between Vendresa and Smart City, and you know how that one ended in Lagos. Right now, it's time for payback, or probably, the traffic continues. Let's see how that one goes. While Remo Stars and Kwara United will battle it out in the second semi-finals. The final of the competition is scheduled for the 3rd of September. Wow, weekend encounter. Let's travel to Europe a bit and see what's going on the European side. And I've got plenty of my own to tell you about things that are going on in Europe. Everton in talks to sign Chukwueze. That's the conversation that everybody's been talking about. I was on a radio show this morning in Owerri, Hot FM with Solomon, and that was also the conversation. According to reports from the Daily Mail, Everton have approached Villarreal. Villarreal's winger Samuel Chukwueze over a loan move with an obligation to buy, as Frank Lampard looks to bolster his attacking option. The transfer window closes today by 11 p.m. Okay, and Everton are trying to strengthen the team before the close of the window. My question is, why do they always wait to the very, very end to discuss the matter? There's a whole lot about transfer that we'll talk about today anyway. Chukwueze has made 5 appearances in all competitions this season and has managed 1 goal and 2 assists so far for Unai Emery's side. As per Daily Mail, Everton loan move for the Nigerian winger come with an obligation to buy for a fee between 34.3 million and 42.9 million pounds, depending on performances and the rest. And let's go to Italy, where American investment group Redbird Capital has completed a deal to buy AC Milan, club that I once supported anyway, from Elliott Advisors. Okay, club has been struggling and looking for investment, and I guess investment is coming. Okay, the basketball are bouncing in the US and they're bouncing money into Italy. No longer only the Premier League that clubs are being bought now, is going other places. American money is taking over. Very soon, American rules will decide how football is played. All those of you who think that Super League will not happen, with this much number of American investors coming, don't worry, you will also see halftime show in the Champions League finals. Don't worry, let's keep our fingers crossed. The takeover from Elliott Advisors value AC Milan at 1.2 billion euros, okay, 1 billion pounds, as the case may be if you're converting it to pounds. As part of the agreement, Yankee Global Enterprise, owners of baseball team, the New York Yankees, will take a majority stake in the club. Redbird is the co-owner of the Yankees Entertainment Sports, a regional sports network in the United States of America. Redbird founder Gary Cardinal, after the takeover, quoting from the BBC.com, said, "Our vision for Milan is clear. We will support our talented players, coaches, and staff to deliver success on the pitch and allow our fans to share in the extraordinary experience of this historic club." Sounding like an American already. "We will look to leverage our global sports and media network, our analytics expertise, and our track record in sports stadium development and hospitality to deliver one goal: maintaining Milan's place at the summit of European and world football." Now listen, let me go back over this again, and there's something I need you guys to pay attention to, because I've been shouting this about Nigerian football and African football for eternity. He said, we will look to leverage on what? Our global sports and media network. That's one thing that we don't do this way. Media is zero. Our analytics expertise. It's very, very important to understand that that is what determines football today. And that's the reason why a lot of Nigerian players don't go for a high price, because there are no analytics tied to their name. So it's just a case of guesswork. We think this player is good, that player is good, follow it. And that's not going to work anymore. In the future of football, you must have the analytics properly stated and clearly, put out, spread out there like a spreadsheet that everybody can see. Just like it is written in the Bible, make the vision so clear that he who sees it will run with it, not run away from it. Okay, right now, as it stands, Nigerian football, people who see it run away from it because the vision is not clear. Well, let's travel to La Liga, where the first month of the league has come to an end, and there's going to be an award for Player of the Month. Okay, the nominees for the August La Liga Santander Player of the Month have been revealed. Lewandowski, even though he fired blank in his first game, showed up on his birthday to score a double. A Barcelona new signing with 4 goals in the La Liga this season has been shortlisted alongside Borja Iglesias of Real Betis, who also has 4 goals to his name this season already. Vinicius Jr. of Real Madrid, Celta Vigo's Iago Aspas, Villarreal's goalkeeper Gero Rulli, Osasuno's Chimney Avia, and Mallorca's Kang In Lee were also listed in the August award. I guess your guess is as good as mine where the award will go to. Lewandowski seemed to be my best guess, and there is also the possibility of Borja Iglesias also winning it. So let's see how that one go. Yes, if you're listening to me, this is the Sports Buffet on Unlimited TV Radio, and it is the Thursday edition. Like I've always said, the show has changed a little bit, so we give you the news segment and tell you the stories, while we look at you to tell us what you think. The question of the day, I'm not Brother Shaggy, but there's a question of the day. The question of the day is, what are the deadline transfers, deadline day transfers that your club have made that really made an impact, and the ones that did not even come to the party at all? What are the names of those players that have hit it big and then flopped completely, that were bought on deadline day? The problem that I have with deadline day transfers, some have been good anyway, but I think that as a football player, the best advantage you have coming into a new team is to have a proper preseason with your team. When you don't have that preseason, things can, sometimes go south or not go well. It doesn't mean that deadline transfers have not worked well, or January transfers have not worked well. They have, but I'm just saying that could be a snag for those who struggle to adapt. But then, let me know what you think about all that. While that is going on, let me give you the speculation about transfer that is going on today. There's a whole lot that will go on today. Don't forget that the English clubs have already broken record and spent over 1.25 billion already, and they are still going to spend a whole lot coming in. There is still talk of Neymar leaving today from Paris St-Germain. There's still hope that Cristiano Ronaldo would go somewhere. 11 p.m., all this talk will come to an end and then we'll wait for January again. But until then, let's not forget that 6 years ago when Pep Guardiola came to Manchester City, in his first 5 games, one man that people say he doesn't like, but I don't know where they come with that idea, Kun Aguero scored 9 goals in Pep Guardiola's first 5 games, if your memory serves you right. But I know that my memory is as sharp because I remember I was tweeting about it all that time. But then again, that was not Kun Aguero's first 5 games in the league, so you can't count it that way. But right now, this is Haaland's first 5 games. I think it's going according to the script. I remember when I was in Dubai and I was responding to a question by one of my guys who's presently in Lithuania schooling, and Chikadibia, and I said to him that all this talk about Haaland getting injured, 18 injuries in 2 seasons or 3 seasons with Dortmund is not going to happen in Manchester, because somehow at Manchester City, he will not need to make a run of 45-meter dash to get the ball. The entire team would play the ball, and it would just need to be a Ruud van Nistelrooy in the box and score from the box. It doesn't need to stress himself that much. It doesn't need to work that much. And that's exactly what has happened. He scored 9 goals, all from the box. A perfect hat-trick yesterday. Over the weekend, he scored a hat-trick in the second half. Yesterday, he scored a hat-trick in the first half. And he's so good with scoring the goals, so much so that he doesn't need 90 minutes to destroy the opposition. He can just do that from a 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, he made 8 touches on the day. 8 touches in a football game, and 3 were goals. Wow. Including the fact that he was part of the kickoff. So you got to be thinking about all of this for Haaland. So Haaland, the guy that breaks Mo Salah's record. Mo Salah scored 32 goals to be the highest goal scorer in the Premier League era for players, I think. Would he break that record? He does look like a 30 goals plus player. 30 goals will be normal season. 32 or 35 will be above the rim. Let's see what happens if he gets the job done. I don't know, but it does look to me like a guy that can get the job done. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how that one goes. But if you're a Man City fan right now, or you're playing the FPL and you are captaining Haaland surely is giving you the point and making your life easy. What if you have Haaland and you have Gabriel Jesus as well on your team? Damn. Or you have a 3-man strike force of Haaland, Gabriel Jesus, and Mitrovic. Damn. Or probably Roberto Firmino. But then Liverpool gave their opposition, Newcastle, the red balls as they punched them in the eyes and give them red eyes the very depth of the game. And there was scuffle, there was a whole lot of quarrels. But then the Tottenham that everybody was claiming will give the title push. I don't think that Tottenham can give a title push anyway. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. All the talk of Conte is a league winner. That's a premature talk. Tottenham are naturally not a team that you count among title contenders. They don't have it in them. They don't understand what it means to get in the fight, the title fight. And I don't think that they can do it. But having said that, let's push further down and talk about all the transfer rumors that are going on. And there is a whole lot more that will come through in the day. I think I'll be tweeting a lot more today if I have the chance, if I'm not tied up with other things that I'm doing. Chelsea have been offered the chance to sign Neymar 30 as Paris St-Germain bid to offload the Brazil forward to avoid falling foul of the UEFA financial fair play guidelines. I don't think Neymar is going anywhere. And I don't think that Chelsea have the money to do that deal. A Neymar deal is not a deal you can do within a few hours. Neymar, if you want to sign Neymar, that deal will take a week to happen. Neymar have an entourage, have a whole lot of baggages that you have to negotiate, a red tape that you need to cut through. So I would just take that by a pinch of salt, unless the conversation have been going on for long, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, but while Chelsea are interested in striking a deal for Neymar in an apparent U-turn, Paris Saint-Germain are now refusing to sell. That's straight. Okay, they changed their mind again. Maybe they changed their mind. They want to forfeit of the financial fair play. Chelsea have also submitted a new bid to Barcelona for 33-year-old Gabonese striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in a player plus cash deal, which includes Spanish defender Marcos Alonso. The same player they say they are not going to sell. But when you look at the Chelsea forward right now, without a proven striker, Havertz is just a waste of time and space. I'm sorry to say that, not disrespect to him, but it's just a waste of time and space. So you will know that they need to get this right. Yes, AC Milan forward Rafael Leao, 23, and Dinamo Moscow midfielder Arsen Zakharyan, 19. have been linked with Russia's Rafael Zakharyan would cost 12.6 million. 12.6 million. A reported 126 million price tag could scupper any move for Portugal's Rafael Leao. If you don't want to buy him, then leave him. But I think he's worth that. If Grealish is worth 100 million, Rafael Leao is worth that amount of money. Even more, I would pay 150 million for him anyway. Barcelona fullback Sergino Dest will join AC Milan. Jesus Christ, I know I was going to Manchester United on a season-long loan with the option to turn the move into a 20 million euro permanent switch. The USA defender had been linked with a move to Manchester United. That's according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano. Brentford hope, okay, to hijack Arsenal's move for Shakhtar Donetsk, Mihailo Mudryk, 21, but would have to smash the club transfer record to sign the 25 million pounds rated Ukrainian forward, according to the Mirror. Arsenal have submitted a 20 million offer for Palmeiras midfielder Danilo, 21, but the club wants a higher fee for the Brazilian. Last day, these are the last days, and we're going to deal with a whole lot. Newcastle United have entered the race to sign Leicester City's Belgium midfielder Yuri Tielemans. They keep signing and they keep losing. Okay, Arsenal have been tracking Tielemans throughout the transfer window, but another mystery club is not ready to table a bid as Leicester City, Leicester City set a 30 million price tag on him. That's according to the Express. Let's hope that the best team that wants him gets him. I don't really think it's a need for Arsenal. That's my opinion, but my opinion might not be important here. Ajax midfielder Edson Alvarez, 24, is keen to push through a move to Chelsea. Owner Todd Boehly launches a 50 million pounds bid for the Mexican international. Is that a player that Chelsea needs? I don't know. But the thing is, this transfer window, Ajax and some of the Portuguese club need to go do Thanksgiving after the transfer window closes tonight, because they've really benefited from money bags and gained a whole lot from transfers. That's a very, very good one. They might have lost players, but they are also very good at going to fish players and bring them into the force. So they would not be complaining that much. They would not be struggling to identify new players. I just think that they will get it going and everything will be fine. That said, the Blues have bid 43 million pounds for Alvarez as Chelsea aim to sign a forward and a midfielder before the transfer window closes. Brighton will return with a new bid for Chelsea's Scottish midfielder Billy Gilmour, 21, on Thursday, which is today, according to Fabrizio Romano. But there's a question I'm always trying to ask. Why is it that Chelsea's coach, Thomas Tuchel, is playing Kai Havertz ahead of the beast of a player that played in Southampton last season? What's it called? Borja, whatever his name is. I wonder why, because in the few minutes that I see him play, this is my opinion, I might be wrong, just if I correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's a better player and he uses the space better, he runs into space better, and he plays with his team better than Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz got work rate, but sometimes it is motion without movement as far as I'm concerned. I might be wrong, but that's what I see. If you see something different, let me know. Okay, Chelsea are closing in on a 77. The money that Chelsea are calling for some players are just straight. 77.7 million deal for Croatian defender Josko Gvardiol, and he's 20 years of age. But the funny thing is they will loan him back. But will be willing to let him remain at RB Leipzig on loan for the 2022-2023 season. Leeds United are preparing to make an offer to Sheffield United Republic of Ireland defender John Egan, 29, but face losing ways winger then James, 24, to Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are still trying to buy players. I don't know how they plan to achieve that, but it's a crazy thing. And we're just going to sit where we are and hope that everything works for the good of everybody in this transfer window, and we'll fight with that one, because as it is today, it just feels to me like everything is not working the way they should work. Okay, let's move past that one. I see Leeds United are preparing to make an offer for Sheffield United. I think I passed that one. Southampton are ready to go up their offer for Netherlands winger Cody Gakpo and what was I again? Cody Gakpo, 23, after PSV Eindhoven rejected an initial 21 million pounds bid. Wow. Okay, so how much is the player worth? That's what I want to know. How much is the damn player worth? Okay, PSV Eindhoven have agreed a £34 million deal for Gakpo as Southampton prepare to smash their club's transfer record. Fenerbahce have entered the race to sign Paris Saint-Germain's forward Mario Icardi, 29. This man comes with a lot of baggage and drama and everything in between. But let's see if they can get him to work. Okay, with Argentine striker already gaining interest from fellow Turkish side Galatasaray, according to L'Equipe of France. Denmark and this forward Kasper Dolberg, 24, is in Spain to complete a loan move to Sevilla, according to AS in the Spanish media. Former Everton forward James Rodriguez, as he's called, James Rodriguez, 31. I was on commentary duty when this man played against Uruguay at the World Cup in 2014, scored that wonderful goal, was a top goal scorer at the World Cup. But one thing I've noticed is most top goal scorers at the World Cup end up coming out of the World Cup with not so much of a fantastic career thereafter. Even Ronaldo da Lima, after winning the top goal scorer award in 2002, that was all she wrote at the end of his career. I'm not saying that makes your career bad, but I'm just saying that happens most of the time. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how that goes. Anyway, Paris Saint-Germain sending out defender Abdou Diallo, okay, 26, who has been linked with a move to Aston Villa, will fly to Germany on Thursday for a medical before a proposed switch to RB Leipzig, according to Fabrizio Romano. There's a whole lot of this type of conversation currently right now. Birmingham City are in talks with Manchester United in a bid to sign 22-year-old Netherlands midfielder Tahith Chong on a permanent deal. Birmingham's deal for Bodo Nigerian forward Josh Meyer has fallen through, with the 23-year-old opting to remain with the League Two club. I don't know why that is, but hey, he's made his choice. We're going to live with it no matter what happens. Let's respect the player for his decision. Now, I'm coming back to you guys. Biggest transfer day, deadline day move, okay? Even Zeus will be surprised at some of the moves that have happened in transfer history. But hey, let's keep our fingers crossed and see. I want to hear from you. Which are the biggest deadline day moves that your club have made? Which ones went through well and which one came in and flopped, like failed woefully? Okay, that's what I want to know from you guys. That's what I want you guys to share with me. Biggest deadline day transfer. Okay, I need to know what you think about that one, and then you give me your take in it. There is a whole lot, but there is a whole lot that I have on my deadline day transfers. Okay, there's a whole lot on my list, but I need to see the ones that you've got, and then we'll push it from there. Let's push. Let me show you some of the ones that I've seen and that I put on my list here, and you'll be surprised at some of them. For those of you who support Manchester United, it will interest you to know that when Rooney is a deadline day signing, in case you've forgotten, Ronaldo da Lima, Inter Milan to Real Madrid for 46 million euro, is also a deadline day transfer in 2002. When Rooney from Everton to Manchester United in 2004 was a deadline day transfer for 39 million euros. Some of you may have forgotten that. Remember Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Ajax to Juventus, 16 million in 2004 as well. It was a deadline day transfer on the summer transfer. Sergio Ramos, before he became a god, the Zeus of Spanish football defense in Spain, for Real Madrid, was a deadline day 27 million euro transfer from Sevilla to Real Madrid in 2005. And then there is Ashley Cole, Arsenal to Chelsea for 7.4 million euro plus William Gallas in 2006, where Arsenal got the wrong end of the stick and Chelsea benefited from one of the best left fullback in football history. Was also a deadline day transfer. Carlos Tevez and Javier Mascherano, Corinthians to West Ham, that saved West Ham from getting relegated, was also an undisclosed fee, but it was a deadline day transfer on 2006. Remember that one. And let me remind you, the player that went on to score 30 goals and was a top goal scorer in the Premier League in 2011, who shared the honor with Carlos Tevez, was Berbatov, Tottenham Hotspur to Manchester United, 38 million euros in 2008, and in 2011 went on to become the top goal scorer in the Premier League, was also a deadline day transfer. Robinho, Real Madrid to Man City, 42 million euros. People say Madrid don't sell players for big money. That was a big money move as well when City were beginning to announce their arrival into the foreign. Okay, was a deadline day transfer. Mesut Ozil, Arsene Wenger and Arsenal spent the whole summer telling the world that they want to sign Gonzalo Higuain, only to end up with a 50 million euro deal for Mesut Ozil on the very final day, the night, okay, of the 2013 summer transfer. Let's not forget how that one happened. Gareth Bale, Tottenham to Real Madrid, 100 million euro in 2013 was also another deadline day transfer. Those are some of the big ones, but I would love to read and hear from you guys what you think is the big ones on your story plate, unless you're going to repeat what I've already said. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see it this way. All right, let me start with Desta. Desta first, say, your background dark. Well done, sir. Yep. My background is dark, but you're hearing me, you see my face. That's the most important part. Okay. Okay, what is take on Man U match tonight? I think Man U is going to win. That's what I can say. I think they are on the rise, and I think that Erik ten Hag is beginning to have the players that he requested for, and he can push from there. But it will be sad if Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't go anywhere. Stephen Oko, he said, good morning, but Arsenal's win yesterday got me worried. The boys seems tired. What got you worried in it? You expect them to be scoring 6 goals like Man City all the time. This is Arsenal. They are not in that place that you think they are. The most important thing is that they win. In a game where they were not in their very best, they still managed to grind result. That's the most important part. I mean, if Arsenal win got you worried, they are on 15 points. What's the last time since you were supporting Arsenal that in the first 5 games, Arsenal have won all 5? Come on, let's not overreach with this Arsenal. They may be winning right now, but it is still Arsenal Football Club. And I don't think there's anything about Arsenal that gets me worried right now. I'm happy because they're doing well. Saviki said he plays Kai Havertz because he wants to be faithful to him, having delivered in the big occasion. At the point, he was Chelsea highest goal scorer, banging winning goals. But right now, he's not delivering. And if he keep doing that, they just might be losing games and not winning games. Saviki said, however, Broja is more effective than him in the last game. Tuchel should be starting Broja now, or probably play the 2 of them together. I agree that Kai Havertz have more work rate than him, but I cannot sit here and believe that Kai Havertz currently on his current form is better than what's he called, the player Broja. I don't think so. Okay. Omaluabi _20 say, boss, good morning. Now music they play through the app. Listen here if it is playing through the app. Okay, it's a technical, probably a network problem, and we got to push it on here. So let me come to my people on YouTube and have this deadline day conversation with them. Remileko Oduni, you're making a consistent habit of coming in first and dropping comment first. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And the engagement is beautiful today. It's a lot of people here. Chuks Adigwe say good morning, Elegbete and sports fans. Chuks Adigwe say 5/5. It can only be one team. Trust the process. Okay. Olanari Ogbari, he said, hey, you, let's go. Okay. I don't know what that means anyway, but it does sound fine. Oduni Remileko, he said, I love this, your jersey. Sha, it's old. It's one old Ayers jersey. If you want to come and take it, you can come. I can afford to give you this one. Come and take it. Come to the studio and I'll give it to you. Final transfer window night. Yes. Emmanuel Ibeanusi says, good morning, Elebete. I think Ireland will hit the 30 EPL goal mark this season. Remember, it's just starting. I agree with you. And he has not even settled in. He's not gotten on his stride. He's still trying to, in my opinion, he's still trying to understand his teammate, get to know them and all that. And he's already playing this good. I wonder what's going to happen when they finally click. Akimbola Larry, he said, good morning, Edafe. Looking forward to a great show. Thank you very much. And then he said, Isaac hits the ground running with a goal for Newcastle and they ended up on the losing side. Okay, always remember that side, but I still think that it's not worth 60 million. The great, he said, let me remain here as a network don't decide to interrupt the app. 5/5 Gunners. Yes, there is an electrical issue that came up in the studio. There are some part that have light, some part doesn't have light. Unfortunately, the part that doesn't have light is where the systems are connected to, so we are off the grid. That's why you're hearing music on the radio and everybody hearing noise in the background. Everybody is running at Tasqueta. But I have a show to present. The show must go on. I can't step out of it if I got people to face. But then that's how life is. Electricity, they are dealing with it. They are making all the effort. The technical people are making all the effort to get it back on, but we've got to get the show going. Please, if you're missing out on the radio, stay with us on Instagram and YouTube. I think we would finish the show there. What's it called? Akimalala is okay. Siklu Nika. Say power. I don't know what that means anyway, but thank you very much. The line why you say good morning. Wow, 5 games on the bans for Arsenal. Long time since I have seen that from them. Haaland again, beastie, very very beastie. I tell you, beastie. Chizoba Justice. He say my way Sabi good morning. Oh. Any good news for Chelsea today? Well, I've read all the transfer speculation. I think when you say my way Sabi, you're practically talking about if I Udeze. So let's leave a man's title for him before I get accused of trying to take his title from him. Okay, let's keep his title with him and keep it that way. Right? Okay. Oduni Remileko is the Alan positioning is top notch. That's something that somebody like Osimhen needs to watch out and learn from. And as well as Taiwo Awoniyi, his movement and his positioning. He doesn't touch the ball that much, but he knows where the ball is going and he finally gets to hit the ball. That's a very good one. Adebola Oluwaseun for me, he said, good morning, bro. For me, my best deadline day transfer for Chelsea was Fernando Torres, and my worst deadline day transfer for Chelsea is Ricardo Quaresma. Seun for me from OPIC. Quaresma was a bad signing. Well, if you say so, Torres, well, you always forgive him because he helped you guys win the Champions League. So that's a good one from him. Here's a Patrick. He said, happy new month, everyone. Happy new month to you. Ajit Aka, he said Galatasaray agreed with Icardi. I like Galatasaray. I like Galatasaray. I have a Galatasaray jersey. Thanks to Kaz underscore for that jersey that gave to me. And I like Icardi, but I just have a problem with his baggages. If he's not dealing with his off-field demons and the whole problem that comes off-field, Icardi is a player you want to have in your team. He can score goals. He is very, very good. He's good with the ball. His first touch is fantastic. He knows his way to go and in around the box. But I just hope that he gets, to like mature. He's 29 now. He gets to mature and let all those marital drama, those, sexual drama to go off, and he plays the ball that we all know he is very, very good at. Congratulations to Galatasaray, Ajit Aka, for that one. Equinomi Lewis, he said the radio part is off, sir. It's music that is playing. Yes, I just explained why that is. Timothy Demo, he said my biggest transfer deadline day deal is Gareth Bale to Real Madrid from Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, keep the comment coming on Instagram and on the YouTube channel. Divine okay, he said Charisma didn't do nada at Chelsea. Torres, on the other hand, was not that bad in general, especially with the fact that he did contribute greatly to our Champions League and Europa League win. That's what I said. I said as well. I could accept that one. So let's go to some of the news. There is still talk. The deadline day news is still very, very hot. It's spinning high. Chelsea finally closing in on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to read some of the stories there. I like the way the deal is structured. Okay, so Chelsea are not going to get into financial fair play issue. They're not going to spend money. Everybody gets what seems like everybody got what they want. Deadline day live, Liverpool makes a last gap loan move for Juventus misfit Atomelo. Chelsea finally closing on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang swap. And what about Cristiano Ronaldo? We don't know, but I just want to give you some of the guys that are talking right now that their job is to monitor transfer and tell you what's going on. Adam Shergold, he said he's a host commentator for Leicester City, and this is what he's going to say. Leicester close to signing Faes from Reims. Leicester City are closing in on the signing of what Faes from France, Club Reims, and they look to replace Wesley Fofana as fast as possible. They've got money, they would spend it. The 24-year-old Belgian is a center half who has been in the Ligue 1 outfit for the last 2 seasons. Faes has completed his medical ahead of his move to the King Power Stadium. So that one is like a done deal, okay? Full story, Anthony officially unveiled as a Manchester United player. Okay. Jack Golgan is the one who come out with this story. Manchester United has unveiled Anthony, their second most expensive signing in the club's history, following his £85.5 million switch from Ajax. The Brazilian attacker has signed a contract at Old Trafford through until 2027 with the option for an additional year. Okay, this is an incredible moment in my career to be joining one of the most iconic clubs in the world, he said. So, Anthony, you have it. Okay, the Brazilian attacker has signed a contract with Manchester United, so you cannot argue against that one again. Now, having said that, there's breaking news here. Liverpool in talks with Juventus over actor Melo loan. This is coming from Simon Jones. If you know Simon Jones, you know that he is a very, very strong reporter on anything Liverpool. Everything that has to do with Liverpool, this man is always on top of it. So you have to look at him and tell yourself, is this the deal that Liverpool need? Is this the player that Liverpool need to have on their squad? That's a question you should be asking yourself. But it does look like he will come in and play. But then, what's called Jurgen Klopp likes his players to be very, very active and play, on the run. Melo is not a player that plays on the run. He plays like a chairman. He plays like his father owns the whole stadium and all that. But we'll see what would happen with him in the couple of days that we will see him play as a loan player. So let me give you the story. Simon Jones, Liverpool are talking to Juventus about a loan deal for Brazilian Arsen Melo. Jurgen Klopp has been seeking midfield cover amid a number of injuries during the early weeks of the season. Arsen Melo is 26, featured in 31 games for Juventus last season, but has yet to feature in the current campaign. Okay, so you have to look at all of that and tell yourself what would happen at the end of the day. Okay, the 26-year-old formerly of Barcelona has had inquiries from Wolves and Sporting Lisbon in recent days. Valencia had made inquiries earlier this month. The Brazilian is a deep-line playmaker. Despite injury issues in the past, Arthur is 100% fit and is eager to work with Jurgen Klopp. He believes Liverpool's style will suit him better than that of Massimiliano Allegri at Juventus, and he has been encouraged by the success of Thiago at Anfield, believing his style is similar to Thiago. Yes, I agree with you on that one. It's just that his work rate is lower. Now let's go to Wolves and tell you what's happening there as well. There is some transfer talks around Wolves, and it's a conversation that is sweet. But everybody is excited at Manchester United. Even my producer next to me is very, very excited that they have signed Anthony. Would Anthony become the Messiah? Would he part the Red Sea? He'll stop the deaf ear. Would he bring the dead to life? I don't know. Nobody knows. There's nobody who can say they know what will happen. Nobody is God. But you always be happy if you're signing a player like Anthony. He's a Brazilian. He's going to go to the World Cup. He's a first-team player for Brazil. But beyond that, he also had a very great season with Ajax last season. And beyond that, I'm wearing an Ajax jersey. But beyond that, you know that he was a player for the coach. What's his name now? Ten Hag. And because of that, you feel very, very proud of the fact that everything he's bringing to the table, he's going to work with a coach that he knows and understands that have everything going for him. So if you're listening on the radio, I'm sure you'll be hearing the radio now because it's back on. They've managed to make a makeshift adjustment. That's why you have a good team around you. They can walk on water and stop deaf ear, bring the dead to life. They just brought dead situation to life right now. But let's move further than to what's going on in Wolves. Wolves look to be ahead of Aston Villa in the race for West Ham defender Craig Dawson, and have offered £5.25 million for the 32-year-old. Dawson is yet to feature for the Hammers in the current campaign after picking up a thigh injury in pre-season, but is nearing a return to fitness. Bruno Lage is keen to sign a centre-back on deadline day to compete with Nathan Collins and Max Kidman for the starting spot. He just want to put the competition in his team. They played the draw yesterday with Bournemouth, who sacked their manager earlier on, and they went on to play well. Palace expected Zaha to stay despite Chelsea league. Okay, that's the one that is coming from Sammy McCover. Sammy McCover writes for the Daily Mail, and he covers the Premier League religiously. Crystal Palace truly expected Wilfred Zaha to stay beyond deadline day, as yet Palace are yet to receive a formal approach from Chelsea, Arsenal, or Manchester United. But I don't think Manchester United is going for him again, who have been heavily linked with a move for the to Stamford Bridge this summer. That's not going to happen. Chelsea are Chelsea Sterling set to Stoke loan, okay? Not Raheem Sterling anyway. If you think it's Raheem Sterling, that's not true. Chelsea's Dujon Sterling is reportedly on his way to Championship club Stoke City on a season-long loan. The Athletic say Sterling 22 is undergoing a medical ahead of signing for Alex Neil's team, as the case may be. A number of clubs in England and Europe were interested, but Sterling has opted for the Bet365 Stadium to go and do his thing. There is a done deal at the city of Etihad. And what is that deal? Okay, Troyes signed Marcos Moreno from Manchester City. French club Troyes have completed the signing of Manchester City forward Marcos Moreno. The 25-year-old Colombian never made a first-team appearance for them after joining back in 2016 and has assisted been out on 7 loan spells. Never good enough to make the cut at Manchester City, but eventually he's been found out, and that's a better situation for both sides. But let's see how his career goes from here. He's a striker, but not good enough to strike a deal at the Etihad. When you want to play for Pep Guardiola, you've got to be very, very good. If he was an African player, and people will be shouting that Pep Guardiola is racist, thank God in South America. Now he has found a new club. So wish him the very, very best, and he have all of the best that he wished for. That's the story concerning Aston Villa in transfer conversation as well. We've got a few minutes, so we might as well use it properly as best as we can. Aston Villa have resurrected interest in a deal for Watford striker Ismail Assar. Remember him? Okay. They've resurrected their interest in that player, and they are going to do everything they can to get him rolling. Okay, a £25 million deal for the Senegalese star collapsed just over a week ago, but Villa are saying whether it can be revived as the juggle options on transfer deadline day today. 24-year-old has also had interest from Crystal Palace this summer. Where will he be going? Who will he be signing for? We don't know. Manchester United are still in the news, even though today is deadline day. And Simon Jones have this to say. Manchester United goalkeeper Matej Kovac looks likely to stay rather than go out on loan today. The Czech Republic under 21 international has had interest from Sunderland and Salford City in recent weeks and was expected to depart following Martin Dubravka's arrival from Newcastle United. However, the 22-year-old is set to stay for the first part of the season and increase competition among Erik Ten Hag's goalkeepers, along with Nathan Bishop and Dubravka, who just came in. Bishop, also 22, had interest from Charlton and Wycombe earlier in the summer, but has been kept at United to continue training with the team, which is good anyway. You need to have better options just in case there's injury. You never know. Just in case there's injury. Joe Bannister, okay, I have this to say. He said Derby County, are in advanced talk to land the promising young Sheffield striker William Osula on loan. Osula, 19, has made 5 substitute appearances for the Blade. So will it happen? Will it not happen? We don't know, but let's see if it goes on. And they believe regular football in League One will be important next stage in his development. Let's hope that will work and everybody is happy, because once it's football, they say always look out for the best interest of the player. And the best interest of any footballer is to see him playing on the field. Okay, let's go to Etihad again. One knock-on effect of Manuel Akanji moving to Manchester City is that Luke Umbeti, their 18-year-old academy graduate defender, is set to seal a loan move to Championship club Huddersfield Town, because there's no more place for him to play, and he has to go. They have to farm it out to go play somewhere else. Could Walcott join Cardiff? This is one player that Southampton sold to Arsenal, and from the very, very first minute he played for Arsenal, I said it wasn't good enough, and I remember people were chewing me and attacking me, but eventually, you know, his career has petered down, he's pivoted, to the wrong path, and now he's looking to go somewhere. Southampton forward to Walcott could be on the move today. The Daily Telegraph are reporting the former England international is attracting interest from Cardiff City and potentially from other clubs as well. And Joe Bernstein has got something to say about Everton. He said promises to be a good day for Frank Lampard midfield option at Everton, with official confirmation expected of both PSG's Idrissa Gueye, who had his medical, and James Garner from Manchester United. So that's a good one. Fresh from their 6-0 win last night, Manchester City looks set to complete some deadline day business with £17 million signing of Manuel Akanji from Borussia Dortmund. 27-year-old defender will join the Premier League champions in a deal worth an initial £15 million plus 1.7 in add-ons and is set for a medical with his new club. With Aymeric Laporte sidelined after undergoing knee surgery at the end of last season, Pep Guardiola has been looking to bolster his defensive option, considering the fact that they are also considering goals where they should not be considering. So that's something that they do. The move comes as Pep to bolster his option in the center of defense for Aymeric Laporte will be on the sideline after undergoing knee surgery. So it's a good one for them. Let's see how that goes. Craig Hope, if you know Craig Hope, is a diehard follower of Newcastle United, just as Piers Morgan is a diehard follower of Arsenal. Newcastle is exploring potentially one loan deal. Calls made this week. Arsenal, Ashley Maitland-Niles, and Juventus midfielder Dennis Zakharyan. Okay, although told that isn't happening, West Ham defender Harrison Ashby also still on the radar. Let's see how that goes. Well, I've got just 3 minutes on the clock. Let me see what you guys are saying on YouTube as I've been away from there for a while. Divine Toke is a charisma, didn't do nada. Okay, I think I've read that already. So there is nothing new on the YouTube. So let me use my 3 minutes to finalize all the talk in the transfer space as we go on. Wesley Fofana completed his £70 million move to Chelsea yesterday on a 7-year deal. I like that deal, but I think that is expensive anyway. But Chelsea also need a striker. I want the transfer window to close with Chelsea signing a striker. I'm not one of those people who believe that your rivals have to be weak for you to be champions. If you want to be champions, everybody have to be strong, compete with the best, and prove yourself amongst them, because then you can go to the Champions League and know that you played against some of the best teams and won. That's why when Leicester City won the league title, yes, they are champions, but you know that it was a season where every other person was weak, and we saw how it happened in the Champions League. They went on there expecting everybody to be weak as well, and they were booted out as fast as they came in. Wesley Fofana's protracted transfer saga is over after he officially became a Chelsea player in a £70 million deal. Fofana has agreed a 7-year deal, so £10 million for each year, with the West London outfit, with Thomas Tuchel finally landing his defensive target. After completing his move, Fofana described his move to Stamford Bridge as a dream and that he is raring to get going alongside his new teammates. And then he also, threw shades on Brendan Rodgers, and Brendan Rodgers threw him under the bus and made him appear like he of the club. Well, I don't know why that is, but sometimes you have to burn bridges. People say don't bang the door when you're leaving, but then there are sometimes you really need to burn bridges. And if that's what will give him satisfaction, go ahead, burn the bridge, and then start at Stamford Bridge and do well there. That's another bridge that you can build. Okay, Aubameyang is on the verge of sealing Chelsea move on deadline day. Well, that one I've said it over and over again. But let's see what happens. Simon Jones again, talking about Newcastle United. He said that Newcastle United has spoken to West Ham about right back Harrison Ashby. The 20-year-old is broken into West Ham first team squad this season. Eddie Howe would still like a midfielder and winger, but the club may only do one loan, okay? As reported by Sportsmail. And let's see how that one goes. Sportsmail's Craig Hope was the one that reported that. Let's see, finally, before I go, flight mystery before Gakpo decided to stay at PSG. Let me tell you how that worked. Interesting detail from Holland on the collapse of the Gakpo move to Premier League. A flight was booked to go from Eindhoven to Leeds Bradford Airport this morning so he could join Leeds. Gakpo, 6 relatives, and Victor Alter were booked. Wow, it's a story that is coming on. Were booked into the flight, but then 7 names were suddenly deleted. That's because Gakpo had decided to stay with PSV Eindhoven. What happened, I don't know, but they didn't make the flight, and so business collapsed. Maybe they're telling him, play one more season with us, and you might be going to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid instead of going to play in these clubs that are not playing on the continent. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a conversation. Liverpool want a midfielder, and they will do everything to get the midfielder. If they don't get Melo, there is still options to get somebody else. That's according to the story. Simon Jones says Liverpool want a midfielder of physical presence that doesn't cut across their plans to bring in Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund next summer. They asked about Real Madrid, about Red Bull Leipzig Konrad Lehmann earlier this month following Thiago's hamstring injury, but Lehmann has indicated he will wait to run down his contract and join Bayern Munich. So Liverpool, you might be wearing red, but the red of Bayern Munich is more attractive to this player than any other person. Well, during the course of the day, do well to follow all the transfer update. We'll be here again tomorrow to talk about who got the best deal and who got the worst deal. But currently, as it stands today, guys, Arsenal are on the road, but I still think that it would be nice if Arsenal are able to get 2 deals across the line. One wide man to back up Bukayo Saka and one more midfielder or probably one more striker. But whatever it is, I think Mikel Arteta have done well to build a team that works the way he wants his team to work. But then there's still some softness, some weakness, some conceding of goals that they ought not to be conceding. But whatever it is, I think that Arteta is on the journey. And we cannot find words to describe the Norwegian tour or the zoos of goal currently. I'm talking about no other than Erling Braut Haaland, continuing from where his father stopped at Man City. Not really a great success at Man City, but it's surely going to, imprint the Haaland name in the folklore of the English Premier League and the Manchester City fans know as well. Because as it is right now, everybody's already tipping Manchester City as a odds-on favorite candidate for the Champions League. The league is a foregone conclusion. Even though they are 2 points behind Arsenal, it's a foregone conclusion. Everybody believes that they are going to win the league, retain the league title, and make it 3 straight for Pep Guardiola in this one, or 6 and 7 season, or whatever it is, or 5 and 6 season, if I'm not mistaken. And it will be very, very good for them. But having said that, I want you to tell me what you think. By tomorrow, we'll have that conversation a whole lot. What you think will be a satisfactory number of goals for Erling Haaland when the season comes to a close. The good thing for Manchester City is it's not one of those that will be going to the World Cup. So during the World Cup, he would be resting, proper medical attention, his body will regenerate, it will recover properly, train properly behind closed door. And when everybody's coming, we know that on my birthday on the 26th of December, there will be a lot of Premier League games that will be there. So it would also be there. But until then, if he keeps scoring hat-trick every game day, the way it's going, in 10 games, he would already have hit 30 goals. But let's see. If in 5 games he made 9 and he do another 9 in another 5 games, that is 18 goals in 10 games, and he continues like that. Whoa. In 15 games, he would have done, what do I know, 27 goals. And then in 20 games, he would have done 36 goals. But it's not always going to be like that anyway. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see what Haaland brings. He might do more, he might do less. And people say that the Premier League is going to be hard. It's not the Bundesliga. It's not the one-horse race. Well, it does look like Pep Guardiola and Haaland are making the Premier League even easier than the La Liga and the Bundesliga. Thank you very much for getting involved with us. Please and please and please do us well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're practically struggling to grow. We need your help. We're not too proud to ask for that. We need your help. We need your support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And on our content, please get engaged in it. Drop your comment. Share our content with your friends and people that you know so that we can grow. I'm looking to make a European tour later this season, maybe next year. Myself and my crew make a European tour if we can get the desired numbers that we hope to get. But if we don't get it, we'll plan it for next season and continue to plan until we get that numbers that we expected. And places that I love to go to: Turkey, Germany, France, Italy, Sweden, Denmark, and England at the end of the day. Probably Holland and Belgium in that list as well. But let's keep our fingers crossed. I can only do that if the numbers rise to the place where we want it, the engagement comes up to where we want it, and then we'll be able to do that. But for now, let's just keep our fingers crossed and keep on pushing. My name is Matthew. I've had a good time on the show today. Let's do it again tomorrow, which is the last for the week. And I hope that your teams get the result that you desire. If you're an Arsenal fan right now, you are in Club 9. 5/5. I can't remember the last time I said Arsenal started the season this good. I'm not saying Arsenal or we're going to win the league title, but I mean, anybody who's an Arsenal fan would choose this start to what happened last season. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. But before I go, last message just came in now. Christopher Martin, he said, Arteta to Arsenal from Everton as a player was a deadline day transfer. Yes, it was. Dijala Ufoma, he said at the rate it will scatter and blow the records away. The guy is disappointing the English media. That's Alan is talking about. Thank you very much, my brother from another mother, Dijala Ufoma. God bless you. Christopher Martin, thank you for always putting our logo across everywhere you are. God bless you. I really appreciate the support that you give to us and the push. Have for yourself a wonderful day. It's a Thursday to be excited, be happy. Don't let anybody cause you to frown. Have a smile-filled Thursday. Bye-bye. See you again tomorrow.